interesting, Hugh, is for those 20 years, it was always one missing piece. And the crazy thing is DNA behavior is the only company that was able to answer that one question I had for 20 years. And the question was, why can't they do it and be able to not only attain it, but sustain it long term?
Yeah.
And what you all did is the only thing that was ever able to answer that question for me, as far as that was concerned.
So putting that in the fitness arena and the competition, just for the listeners, how did the DNA behavior, discovery tools and reporting provide that sustainability?
So what happened is I was transitioning out of fitness, but I still had several customers when I started doing this. So I said, you know what? I'm going to use it in the fitness industry and see how it works. So what happens is you all have different reporting under business DNA, but also under financial DNA that kind of talks more about quality life. And I saw it on myself first, and I was like, that's interesting. My health came up as something I struggle with. Yet I've been in fitness and nutrition for 20 years, but that was my biggest struggle. So I started looking closer at the reports to say, well, why would I struggle with my health? And the answers were clear as day. They were in like my strengths that became struggles.
Right.
After I identified that, I started using it for all of my clients as well to say, hey, this is where you're going to struggle with getting your results. If you can identify this and pay attention to it and modify it, then you'll be able to manage. And that was what it was. It was the self-awareness that none of us had to understand why we had such an issue with the results and actually getting them and why we needed someone to help us. And once identifying that through the behavioral products, everyone was able then to sustain the results, because now they can be realistic with setting the result, which was not what they were doing at first.
So in a way, through the business DNA or the natural behavior discovery, helping people see that they need to do their exercise in an environment that's fun, or that it's competitive, or with other people, or in fact, for some by themselves, or they just need a lot of personal instruction, or to do it in groups. Some, they like different programs. I found when I had a trainer at one point, I didn't like the fact that I got a different training program every time I saw him, because he was trying to invent a series, as opposed to, I just wanted to know on Tuesday I'm doing X and then Thursday I'm doing Y, and keep at it so that I could practice or keep doing it outside of the class and not be the guinea pig for new stuff, Exactly. So again, and ultimately he lost me as a client. So really it's around the behavior provides the lens that connects to people's perspectives on this. And if you can see that, you can motivate them.
Correct.
To keep on with it and to make it fun. I always need a little goal. If I have a goal of some sort, I can do anything. And then if I'm enjoying it, it's no problem. And so I get that. So now you've got to find that how to do that in the patient care industry.
And
but do you see yourself?
Like connects. I was saying it almost kind of like connects the same. Because it doesn't matter like what industry you're in or what you're doing, if you're the patient, if you're the provider, all of us have those strengths and talents and biases and those, the struggles and stuff that we have. And it's just a matter of really being able to identify them and accept them and say, where can I do better? So yeah, like you said, take charge. It's a strength, but it's a struggle as well when I'm taking charge of everything and I'm not giving other people the opportunity. And now that I know that so much about myself, I know that I have to check myself a lot of times and kind of like step back, because naturally I'm going to do it. And I just feel that it works like that really for anyone, client, patient, employee, medical provider. It doesn't matter who you are. Self-awareness is like where it starts.
So the big message is self-awareness, how you create transformation, a program. So as we sort of build on that, Cassandra, and wrap up, how do you see your identity in the future? How do you want the world to see you, remember you, particularly in this phase that you're going through right now of working with medical practitioners, patient care area?
I think if I had to think of a legacy, it would be that she paved the way. I made a way for other people. I always think that it's important in how you touch people and change their life. And I would want them to know how Cassandra changed their life. That would be like my living legacy, that I made it, I did it, you know. And I'm a big person. When people tell me I can't do something, it becomes like literally I'm infatuated in tunnel vision, where I'm just on that to prove to myself, do you really have limitations? No, you don't. You can do that. So I want to be known as the person who, when people say you can't make things happen and you can't do that in healthcare and you can't do this in your life, to show them that you absolutely can, but it starts with changing how you think to make it happen.